Hey, SnowRunner fan. In this video we're going to look at the MD-32 by C.C.M. Before we get started though, I'd like to send a huge shout out to all my subscribers and everyone who's liked and shared my videos and made comments and asked questions in the last few months. I really appreciate it all. Thank you so much. So as I said, we're going to look at the MD-32 by C.C.M. And this looks like an old gangster car out of a Jimmy Cagney movie or something. Old black and white film noir. And I really love those old cars, so this is something that I think is actually pretty cool. So we're going to go in and change the engine and the gearbox and put in the 4-speed gearbox, for example. And we're going to go with a tuned custom suspension and the biggest and best mud tires we can find. Or at least the ones that look the coolest at the moment to me. That's about the ones that win, pretty much. They're usually the biggest and baddest though. So we're going to go with the 39-inch mud tire, plain and simple. Big and bad. And for the winch we'll choose the Offline Plus. And a tall front-facing snorkel just to make sure that we don't get into trouble when we hit the water. Now that we've set it up, we're going to change some of the vanity options. Play around with the fenders and lights and such. There's a couple of cool things on this car/truck that are fun to play with. Front bumper, rear bumper, that sort of thing. Change the color. A couple of really cool colors. Now there's only a few, but they're really deadly colors. I'm going to go with the pale blue. Shows off some of the age spots and whatnot on the car. Alright, let's go over to hood ornaments, and that's the only thing that's there. We're not going to choose one. No inside or interior or exterior options. Okay, so we come out of the garage, take a look around the truck. Again, very cool looking. Looks very much like an old 30s something automobile. Right out of the black and white movies. I can just hear James Cagney in my head now. No, I'm not going to try and impersonate him. That wouldn't be funny. Well, it would be funny for everyone except me, because I'm definitely not going to sound anything like him. Started up, sounds good. Don't know about the gauges though. No lights came on, so I'm not sure if they work or not. Kind of peculiar. Look out the back on the passenger side, not much to see. Kind of confined. Look out the driver's side. That's a little better. We can see to the rear of the car. Very good. Alright. Now that we've outfitted it and set it up, taking a look at it, we'll take it over to the mud pit just outside of Black River, Michigan. The garage in Black River, Michigan, that is. And see how it handles the mud with those big bad tires that I put on there. I have a feeling it should do quite well. I expect it's one of the specialties of this particular truck. I keep switching back and forth between calling it a car and calling it a truck, because to me it reminds me of all the cars in the old movies. But of course this is a truck game, so I keep calling it a truck, but really it's an old car from the 30s for sure, with a fabulous turning radius and chutzpah to carry on through the mud and more. Alright, heading back towards the garage. Pull it over. And good sounding horn. Alright, next. Now that we're done with the mud pit, we'll take it over to the quarry, just outside of the garage in Smithville Dam. And this should be fun, because this is probably one of the smallest vehicles I've taken down into the quarry. Usually take much bigger trucks down here to play around. This should be fun. This thing's hopping all over the place with its suspension and all, and big tires. Is just not wanting to settle down very much at all. We will of course slap it into low or low to go down into the quarry. Whoa. Otherwise we might end up pulling something like that at the near the bottom and flying off, landing on our side or something unspectacular. You see that shadow? Shadow looks like a shadow of a dog or something. Very strange. See how steep that is? Pretty good. And we're down in low. We're just creeping along here. Step on the gas. And even steeper. Here we go, down at the bottom of the quarry. Just like that. Now we'll shift it back into automatic. Turn this thing around. I kind of like C.C.M's mods. This is not the first one that I've played around with or done a video on, but this is definitely by far one of the most fun trucks I've played with, and I've played with some really fun trucks lately in this game. All thanks to people who spend their time modding vehicles and letting us enjoy them. That's a real blast. I love this game. And hats off to the developers too for allowing us lowly console guys to have access to some of the mods, because they are pretty darn cool. Alright, can this buggy get itself back up out of here? That's the big question. Getting down is slippery, but getting up is slippery and requires strength. There we go. Beautifully done. No winch required. Alright. That was a great ride. Real quick. Much better than I anticipated, actually. Kind of handled it like some of the SUV mods that I've driven lately, that I've put the big mud tires on and the big extended suspension. Kind of handled itself much like they did. Just looks a lot cooler. Alright, and we're done. Nice. Alright. So from here we'll go on to the Yukon and the flooded foothills map. Take this truck through a flowing stream to see how it does. Put it in all-wheel drive, of course. Whoa, slow down, dude. The entry's here. Alright, here we go. Are we going to get record time out of this buggy? Oh my, this is unreal. Look at this thing go. Look at this. Oh. Well, if that's not record time, it's right up in the top 5 or something for sure. Unscientifically proven, of course. Very good. Alright. Well, if you found this video helpful or entertaining, I'd appreciate it if you take a moment out of your time to subscribe, like, or share the video. That'd be great. And just watching this crazy truck. And in the meantime, stay safe and take care. And until the next video, bye for now. I'm just going to watch this thing go to the end here, though. This is insane. Oh, man. Very cool. Thanks so much for watching.